I wanted to begin by asking about, I think I've asked you before about Judi Dench. Stephen was saying about how she was kind of perfect for the role and that he wouldn't do it without her in the role. Can you kind of see where he's coming from in terms of the character, that it was just
I think
Judi
Dench is a better Queen Victoria than Queen Victoria was. If you look at pictures of Queen Victoria, you don't, there must have been at times, you know, maybe with Albert, maybe with John Brown, maybe with Abdul Karim, times when she was joyous and fun, and the light and shade that Judi can bring, because she's in control of the teenage girl inside her, and she can bring that and show us that. But you can't see it from those photographs of Victoria. She just looks closed down, and she looks unhappy. She looks as depressed as hell. So that's a beautiful thing, and you know, so a great person to play it. And I think people watching it, if anyone showed a picture of Queen Victoria, the average person in the street would go, "Who is that?" And they see Judi, they say, Queen Victoria, or M from Bond, or whoever she wants to be. But I did manage to sneak Judi when she was dressed as Queen Victoria in, and I was dressed as Bertie. We went into the Durbar room, which is the room that was designed in the Indian style, and when people were being shown around at Osborne House, so where we were filming, so there's still public were in there, and we walked in and started walking around, which was quite interesting, because I think there's only about 10 people saw it. And one person brought up the camera like this, and I went, oh, camera went down. I was security Bertie at that point.
I just touching on Bertie, I mean, he's a fabulous kind of complex character. It must have been great for you as an actor to not just play him, but to go to that kind of darker side and try to explore those facets of...
He's a great character to get, a great person to get your teeth into, but also there's a problem that you can only hit 2 dimensions, because he is a battering ram against Victoria all the time. I knew that the essence that I wanted to get through to was on the deathbed. There was a connection between them, which, if you think about it, what would that be? Half an hour, 20 minutes, maybe an hour's worth of connection in an entire lifetime, 60 years, and they have only maybe half an hour where they think, and they see they're connecting, and they're thinking, what have we wasted? We had no love between us. There was none. So I wanted to get that gives you the depth, the resonance. But the rest of the time, I was just fighting Judi as Victoria every step of the way.
What was it like to be aside Ali? Because he gives such a fantastic performance, and he's come from Bollywood and everything else, to have him in this film, because they seem like such a perfect match, him and Judi, in the film.
It's great. It's great watching. It's great being outside it. Inside it, I must say, when we're on the set, I really, you know, in a scene, I ignored him. I blocked him. There was nothing but enmity coming between me and him. And I could even say that from a character point of view, it's not even necessarily racism, even though you could layer that in. It's just, it doesn't matter what color of skin he had, who he was, what sex, whoever. If he was making Queen Victoria live longer, then it's stopping me being king. So that's what I was trying to fight, what Bertie's trying to fight against. It doesn't matter who they are. He just wants to play with the ball. You've got the ball. Can I play with the ball? And Queen Victoria kept saying no for so long. So he was angry about that, and it becomes that fight.
What's next for you after this? Obviously you've done acting, you've got your tours, your marathons and everything else. Is it more acting, or...?
There's more. There's another film, hopefully, in Australia. There's a tour in America. There's developing a new stand-up show in French. There's a new film I'm filming, the first one I've co-written with Kellen Jones, called 6 Minutes to Midnight. It's coming. We're going to film next year, March, April, hopefully. Apart from that, nothing. Just mucking about.
Sitting back and having some fun. Thank you so much for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey